the two richest men on a giant scale. The two wealthiest men in the world stood on opposite sides of an enormous balance scale, their feet surrounded by stacks of gold bars. They were engaged in a high-stakes game. The white-haired elder had converted his entire fortune of $50 billion into gold, while the man in the business suit had transformed his $40 billion. The rules were simple. Two individuals with comparable wealth would convert all their assets into gold bars and compete based on weight. Whoever tipped the scale in their favor would win the game. The victor would claim all of the loser's money, leaving the defeated completely penniless. Of course, $40 billion versus $50 billion was merely the starting point. During the allotted time, they could summon assistance from friends, family, and even audience members. Through these 3 rounds of external support, they could increase their stakes before the final weighing of gold. The crucial element in this first round was friends. The businessman in the suit had built his empire through labor. He began showcasing his extensive network as friends appeared one after another, adding to his stake. Something seemed suspicious, though each friend appeared oddly unfamiliar with him, their embraces noticeably awkward. The protagonist, Tony, immediately identified what was happening. The cunning businessman had strategically started with $40 billion, leading the white-haired elder to believe victory was assured and making him complacent. Then, within the limited time frame, the businessman aggressively increased his investment, quickly surpassing the elder and leaving him blindsided with no chance to respond. Sure enough, seeing the businessman's strong momentum, audience members began supporting him one by one. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the stands holding a large ivory tusk in coral. Apparently, the white-haired elder had been holding back after all. They quickly began appraising the ivory and coral, but after evaluation, the system couldn't assign a value. These priceless artifacts were deemed inadmissible by the organizers because their sources of acquisition couldn't be verified, making the elder's bet invalid. Yet the white-haired elder remained composed. He had invited another friend, a man who had once ranked among the top 10 wealthiest people. However, upon seeing the white-haired elder, this man apologized and several carts of gold were pushed to the businessman's side. It was revealed that this friend had been threatened by the businessman before the competition began, as the businessman had discovered fraudulent accounting practices in the friend's company. By the end of the first round, the white-haired elder's initial overwhelming advantage had vanished, but the real heart-stopping moments of the game were yet to come.